The 7 Secrets to Self-Confidence by Levy Holiday Greene. Episode 4. Inner Harmony and Confidence. Welcome to Continuous Elevation, Beyond Self-Confidence, a podcast series dedicated to those who aspire to transform their lives by cultivating deep and enduring self-confidence. Through this series, we dive into what makes self-confidence not just a powerful feeling, but an essential foundation for achieving our boldest dreams and living a truly fulfilled life. Each episode is an invitation to explore different aspects of self-confidence, to understand how it is built, nurtured, and most importantly, how it can become the driving force behind profound personal transformation. Whether you're at the beginning of your journey toward better self-esteem or seeking to deepen an already established confidence, this series offers you inspiring stories, practical advice, and profound reflections to guide you. We'll share stories of real people who have overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles, reached unexpected heights, and made significant changes in their lives simply by relying on the strength of their self-confidence. These narratives are sure to touch you, motivate you, and perhaps even transform you. Continuous Elevation, Beyond Self-Confidence is more than just a podcast series. It's a community of hearts and minds resolved to grow, rise, and shine. Join us on this moving and liberating journey. Together, let's discover how far self-confidence can take us. Welcome, dear listeners, to a journey into the depths of ourselves, where the source of authentic and enduring confidence resides. In this episode of Continuous Elevation, we explore inner harmony, that precious emotional balance and peace upon which our self-confidence rests. Together, let's discover how cultivating this inner harmony can transform our relationship with ourselves and with the world. Today, we're going to explore this powerful concept and discover how it connects to deep and authentic self-confidence. What is inner harmony? Inner harmony is a state of calm and psychological balance where your thoughts, emotions, and actions are in perfect alignment. It is the serenity that arises when you are not torn by internal conflicts or disturbed by the outside world. In this state, fears, doubts, and worries fade away, leaving clarity and peace. Inner harmony allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, maintaining a stable and unshakable center. The link between inner harmony and self-confidence. Inner harmony and self-confidence are deeply interconnected. Here's how they reinforce each other. 1. Self-acceptance. Inner harmony begins with self-acceptance. By accepting your strengths and weaknesses, you cultivate inner peace that radiates confidence. This acceptance frees you from the tyranny of self-judgment and allows you to engage in your actions with assurance and authenticity. 2. Clarity of thought. When you are at peace with yourself, your mind becomes clearer, and your decisions are more thoughtful and less influenced by emotional turmoil. This clarity strengthens your confidence in your ability to make wise decisions in challenging situations. 3. Emotional stability. Inner harmony helps you achieve emotional stability, where your emotions do not overwhelm you but are managed and expressed healthily. This emotional mastery is essential for self-confidence, as it allows you to remain centered and effective, even under pressure. 4. External radiance. Inner harmony is reflected in your demeanor and how you interact with others. It inspires confidence and attracts respect, as people are naturally drawn to those who are calm, composed, and self-assured. Cultivating inner harmony to strengthen self-confidence. To cultivate inner harmony and boost your self-confidence, consider the following practices. Meditation. Incorporate regular practices of meditation or mindfulness into your daily routine. This can help you observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment and stay grounded in the present moment. Practice of gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal to remind yourself of the positive aspects of your life. This practice can change your perspective and help you see the world and yourself in a more positive light. Self-reflection. Regularly take time to reflect on your experiences, values, and goals. Self-reflection helps you live in accordance with your principles, which is crucial for inner harmony. Self-care. Do not forget the importance of taking care of your body and mind. Good physical and mental health is fundamental to maintaining internal balance. Dear listeners, by cultivating inner harmony, you build a solid foundation of self-confidence that radiates across all aspects of your life. Together, let's seek this inner peace, for it is where the key to a fulfilled and confident life resides. Let's delve into the inner transformations that have led to a strengthening of self-confidence through these inspiring stories. 1. Valentina's inner revolution. Imagine Valentina, a person whose life seemed to be dictated by the expectations and judgments of others. Like many, she navigated through her career and personal relationships armed with a conviction that success and happiness were measured by external validation. This relentless pursuit of approval had overshadowed Valentina's inner voice, that unique compass that guides each of us toward our true desires and needs. The revelation came after a coaching session, a moment of clarity where Valentina realized the crucial importance of reconnecting with herself. She chose meditation and journaling as keys to unlock the doors of her inner world. Imagine those moments of morning silence, where Valentina grants herself permission to simply be, her thoughts flowing freely without judgment, then capturing them in her journal. These practices, initially simple routines, quickly transform into sacred rituals of self-discovery. This journey of deep introspection reveals to Valentina her true aspirations and values, those that had been stifled under the weight of external expectations. She begins to discern clearly between what is imposed upon her and what truly resonates with her essence. Meditation provides her the space to listen, while journaling gives her clarity and commitment to her own thoughts and emotions. Gradually, Valentina's dependence on external validation fades away, making room for renewed confidence in her own choices and convictions. This inner evolution is reflected outwardly by bold changes, a career pivot towards a field that truly excites her, and the establishment of relationships based on authenticity and reciprocity. Valentina's inner revolution is a poignant testament to how returning to oneself, through meditation and journaling, can transform our lives. She reminds us that the key to self-confidence and happiness lies less in seeking approval from others than in listening to and honoring our inner truth. Dear listeners, may Valentina's story inspire you to embark on your own inner revolution. Through meditation and journaling, or any other practice that allows you to deeply connect with yourself, discover the liberating power of listening to your own voice and trusting in your choices and convictions. It is in this introspection that the true source of authentic and enduring confidence resides. 2. Alexander's transformation. Imagine Alexander, an individual whose every day is a race against time, immersed in the fast-paced world of technology startups. In this environment where novelty and innovation reign supreme, the pressure to constantly stay ahead weighs heavily on his shoulders. The failure of an ambitious project crystallizes this pressure, brutally confronting him with his limits and sparking a realization: the urgent need to reconnect with himself, to regain a sense of balance and serenity lost in the tumult of his ambitions. Thus, Alexander discovers mindful walking, an exercise in mindfulness that leads him to stroll through the paths of a nearby park, away from screens and constant demands. Imagine him walking slowly, each step a deliberate act, a moment of communion with the present moment. He learns to listen to the world around him, the melodious song of birds, the soothing rustle of leaves in the wind, the rhythm of his own breath. This practice becomes his sanctuary, a refuge where stress and anxiety dissolve in the simple act of walking and being fully present. This transition to mindfulness brings Alexander more than inner peace. It revolutionizes his perception of success and well-being. By prioritizing himself, by recognizing the importance of his own well-being, he reconnects with a self-confidence that no longer relies solely on his professional successes, but on his ability to face challenges with resilience and to live in accordance with his values and needs. Alexander's transformation is a vibrant testimony to the strength that lies in vulnerability and in the act of prioritizing oneself. It teaches us that sometimes the path to self-confidence and success involves taking a step back, a moment of withdrawal to better listen to what truly resonates within us. Dear listeners, may Alexander's story inspire you to find your own path of reconnection with yourself, whether through mindful walking or any other practice that allows you to anchor yourself in the present moment. Remember that taking care of your inner well-being is the foundation upon which a balanced and fulfilling life is built. 3. Christopher's Renaissance. Imagine Christopher, a musician with exceptional talent, whose upward trajectory was abruptly halted by an unexpected obstacle, a failed concert. This event, which could have been just a hiccup in an otherwise brilliant career, becomes for him a source of deep doubt, shaking the very foundations of his self-confidence and passion for music. The fear of failure, once a distant whisper, now takes the form of a deafening cry, pushing him to question his musical future. In his quest to find meaning and direction, Christopher discovers the power of gratitude. The practice of jotting down 3 things he is grateful for each day may seem simple, even simplistic, but it quickly becomes a beacon in the storm of his uncertainties. Each note in his journal becomes a reminder of the many positive aspects of his life and career, often overlooked when navigating the murky waters of self-criticism. This daily focus on gratitude helps him see beyond immediate failure, to recognize the richness of his journey and the abundance of his talent. The pages of his journal transform into a mirror reflecting not a fallen musician, but a passionate, resilient artist, rich with a unique voice capable of touching souls. Armed with this new perspective, Christopher finds the strength to question himself. He returns to the stage, not unscathed by fear, but with rebuilt confidence, not based on perfection, but on the deep conviction that his music has value, that it deserves to be shared. His comeback is not just the resumption of an interrupted career. It is the rebirth of an artist who has learned to see beyond applause and criticism, to find the true essence of his passion and identity. Dear listeners, may Christopher's story inspire you to explore gratitude as a powerful tool for navigating through challenges and doubts. It reminds us that even in the darkest moments, There are always lights of positivity that, once acknowledged, can illuminate our path to healing, growth, and renewed self-confidence in ourselves and our dreams. 4. Cameron's rediscovered balance. Imagine Cameron, a recognized financial analyst, whose existence was defined by the relentless pursuit of professional success. His life, punctuated by deadlines and constant pressures of the finance world, left little room for rest, reflection, or personal fulfillment. Stress, a constant companion, eventually took its toll on his balance, manifesting in an intense panic attack that marked a decisive turning point in his perception of success and well-being. Cameron's realization was both brutal and enlightening, understanding that his emotional well-being could not be sacrificed for professional success initiated a quest to rebalance his life. He chose running, not just as physical exercise, but as a form of active meditation, a space to reconnect with himself, to let the flow of his thoughts align with the rhythm of his steps. Each stride became an affirmation of his presence in the moment. Each mile traveled a step toward mental resilience. In parallel, Cameron adopted the practice of positive affirmations, gradually transforming his inner dialogue. From sentences tinged with doubt and criticism, his inner monologue evolved into a chorus of support and self-confidence, reinforcing his belief in his own worth, regardless of his professional successes. This transformation not only brought Cameron previously unsuspected inner peace, but also made him a more complete person, a wiser professional capable of facing challenges with a newfound serenity. Rebalancing his life did not make him less effective. On the contrary, it endowed him with an enriched perspective, a harmony that transcended professional aspects to touch the very essence of his being. Dear listeners, Cameron's story of rediscovered balance is an invitation to reflect on our own lives, on how we manage stress, and on the importance of taking care of our mental and physical well-being. It reminds us that true success is not a matter of external achievements, but of finding inner balance, a harmony that nourishes both our soul and our career. 5. Olivia's awakening. Imagine Olivia, an emerging artist, whose creative path was hindered by invisible chains, a sense of imposter syndrome that held her back, preventing her from fully embracing her artistic identity. Every canvas, every brushstroke, was overshadowed by doubt, by the fear of being perceived as a fraud, of not living up to expectations, including her own. It was in art therapy that Olivia found a key to unlock her authentic expression. This practice became much more than an exploration of various art forms. It transformed into an intimate dialogue with herself. Each piece of art became a conversation with her deepest emotions, fears, doubts, but also hopes and dreams. It was a process of self-discovery and self-acceptance, a way for Olivia to reconcile with her own complexity. Through this artistic exploration, Olivia began to perceive her art not as a battleground where her sense of legitimacy was at stake, but as a space of freedom and authenticity. She learned to see each canvas, each creation, not through the lens of external judgment, but as a pure expression of her being. This inner transformation had a profound impact on how Olivia engaged with the artistic community. Armed with newfound confidence in herself and her art, she began to share her works more freely, without the paralyzing fear of rejection that had previously held her back. The recognition and appreciation she received in return acted as an echo, strengthening her conviction in her own worth. not only as an artist, but also as an individual. Olivia's awakening is a powerful reminder of art's transformative capacity, not only as a means of expression, but also as a vehicle for self-exploration and self-acceptance. It shows us that the path to inner harmony and self-confidence can sometimes be paved with paintings, canvases, and brush strokes, each creation being a step closer to discovering our authenticity. Dear listeners, may Olivia's story inspire you to seek and find your own means of expression, whether through art or any other form that allows you to engage in a dialogue with your inner self. Remember, it is in the expression of our most authentic truth that our greatest strength lies. 6. Emily's story: overcoming stress through meditation. Emily, the senior executive in the finance sector, was constantly overwhelmed by stress and anxiety. Her demanding job left little room for relaxation, affecting her health and relationships. Immersed in a world of numbers and contracts, Emily felt her well-being crumbling under relentless pressure. The long hours and high expectations of her position in finance made her anxious and stressed to the point of exhaustion. Her health began to decline, and her personal relationships also suffered. It was in this context of despair that she was introduced to meditation by a colleague who had noticed her distress. Skeptical but desperate for a change, Emily began practicing meditation. Initially, she found it difficult to detach from her swirling thoughts about work. But with persistence, she learned to find moments of calm. These short daily meditation sessions quickly became her haven of peace. As Emily incorporated meditation into her daily routine, she noticed significant changes. She became more patient. Her focus improved, and she managed her stress better. At work, her ability to remain calm even under pressure impressed her colleagues and superiors. Lee discovered that this newfound serenity not only increased her productivity, but also improved her decision-making process. Emily's new approach did not go unnoticed. Her peace of mind and increased assurance set her apart in her competitive professional environment. She was promoted to increasingly high positions, using her influence to promote a less stressful and more wellness-oriented work environment. Emily became a champion of mental health in the office, inspiring her colleagues to adopt similar practices. Emily's story resonates with those who hear it because it speaks to a universal struggle against stress and anxiety in the modern world. Her journey shows that it is possible to transform personal challenges into opportunities for growth and leadership. Each time Lee shares her story, she inspires hope, a powerful reminder that taking care of oneself is perhaps the most revolutionary act in a career. Emily's story is not just about overcoming stress. It's a celebration of resilience, the power of meditation, and the profound impact that renewed self-confidence, fueled by inner peace, can have on our lives. 7. Noah's story: from shyness to public speaking. Noah was paralyzed by the fear of public speaking, which hindered his career as a lawyer. Recognizing the importance of this skill, he committed himself to a public speaking club where, slowly but surely, he built his confidence. Despite his intelligence and legal expertise, Noah found each courtroom presentation or important meeting to be an insurmountable mountain. His fear of public speaking was so intense that it threatened to stall his promising career. His hands would shake, his voice would break, and sometimes he would forget key points of his arguments due to his anxiety. This fear not only affected his professional performance, but also eroded his personal esteem, often leaving him frustrated and discouraged. The realization of how his fear impacted his career and personal life was the catalyst that drove Noah to take action. He joined a local public speaking club, encouraged by a colleague who had overcome a similar fear. The first sessions were extremely difficult. Standing in front of even a supportive group and sharing his thoughts was everything he feared most. However, with the constant support of the club members and a series of small successes, Noah began to see improvements. Each speech Noah delivered made him a little less nervous and a little more confident. He learned techniques to manage his stage fright, such as deep breathing, meticulous preparation, and engaging visually with his audience. Over time, his presentations became smoother and more persuasive, and he began to receive positive feedback not only from club members, but also from his colleagues and superiors at work. With this newfound confidence, Noah transformed in the courtroom. He presented his arguments with assurance and a commanding presence that often won the admiration of his peers and the favor of judges. His ability to articulate his thoughts clearly and engage the audience allowed him to win significant cases, propelling his reputation and career. Recognizing the impact that overcoming this fear had on his life, Noah became a mentor for young lawyers in his firm. He openly shared his experience, encouraging them to develop their communication skills and confront their own fears. By teaching the art of rhetoric and courage, Noah was not just passing on professional skills. He was inspiring his protégés to believe in themselves and pursue their own personal and professional growth. Noah's story shows how facing one's fears can not only transform a career, but also enrich personal development. His transition from paralyzing shyness to eloquent leadership is a testament to the power of self-confidence. He became not only a better lawyer, but also a source of inspiration, proving that personal obstacles, once overcome, can become the foundations of resounding success and significant impact on the lives of others. 8. Julian's story: overcoming unemployment through creativity. Laid off and faced with career uncertainty, Julian went through a period of deep doubt. In searching for an outlet for his stress, he rediscovered his passion. Julian was an executive in a marketing firm, where he had dedicated himself heart and soul to his job. However, when the company underwent drastic budget cuts, Julian found himself unemployed, a reality that shattered not only his financial stability but also his self-esteem. The sudden loss of his daily routine and professional identity plunged him into a period of deep doubt and uncertainty about his future. In these moments of distress, Julian sought a way to channel his anxiety and stress. He turned to pottery, a hobby he had briefly explored during his university years, and which had always intrigued him. Returning to the potter's wheel, he began spending hours molding clay. This creative process became a form of meditation for him, an escape where he could set aside his worries about the future and focus on the present moment. As Julian honed his pottery skills, his friends and family began to notice and praise the beauty of his work. Encouraged by their support, he made the bold decision to sell his creations. What started as a small operation out of his garage turned into a surprising success, and soon, Julian was able to open a small studio shop. It was no longer just about selling his pieces. He also began employing other local artisans, helping to revitalize craftsmanship in his community. Julian quickly realized that his journey could inspire others to explore their creativity. He thus launched pottery workshops, offering a space where people of all ages and skill levels could come to learn, create, and find their own inner peace through art. These workshops became incredibly popular, transforming his studio into a vibrant community center. By sharing his story, Julian profoundly touches those who are struggling with their own life transitions. He shows that even in the darkest moments, it is possible to find light by returning to one's passions and transforming a hobby into something much bigger. His transformation from a laid-off executive to a successful entrepreneur in craftsmanship is a powerful reminder of human resilience and the ability to find renewal in creativity. Julian's story illustrates not only the healing and renewing capacity of art, but also how a period of doubt can be transformed into an opportunity to rebuild an even richer and more meaningful life. He is a striking example of how self-confidence can be redefined and flourish, even from the ashes of a former career. Jessica's story, redefining success. Jessica grew up in a family where success was measured solely by academic and professional achievements. Struggling against family expectations, she eventually mustered the courage to follow her passion for dance, a decision that initially caused family tensions. Jessica's story is an inspiration for anyone feeling trapped by others' expectations and aspiring to redefine what success means for themselves. Here's how she transformed her passion into a fulfilling career, overcoming both familial and personal obstacles. Jessica always felt a deep connection to dance, an art form that allowed her to express her emotions and ideas creatively. However, in a family where success was traditionally measured by university degrees and stable professional careers, her love for dance was often seen as just a hobby rather than a viable path. Family dinners were filled with discussions about academic achievements and career advancements, leaving little room for art and creativity. After years of inner turmoil and attempts to conform to family expectations, Jessica reached a breaking point when she was admitted to a prestigious business school. Faced with the prospect of pursuing a path that did not resonate with her, she made the bold choice to decline the offer and enroll in a professional dance school instead. This decision caused friction within her family, with some members feeling disappointed and perplexed by her choice. By following her true passion, Jessica began to excel in ways she had never experienced before. Her full commitment to her dance training not only improved her skills, but also bolstered her self-confidence. She quickly began to gain recognition in the dance world, securing roles in major productions and eventually opportunities to choreograph her own pieces. Having become a respected choreographer, Jessica did not forget the challenges she faced to achieve her dreams. She used her position to launch programs aimed at supporting young artists in their careers, particularly those from backgrounds where art is not valued as a serious career. She began giving talks and workshops, sharing her story to inspire and motivate others to pursue their passion, regardless of external pressures. Over time, her family began to recognize Jessica's success and impact. Tensions eased, replaced by admiration for her courage and perseverance. At family gatherings, conversations started to include discussions on the importance of passion and personal fulfillment, with Jessica becoming an example of redefined success. Jessica's story resonates deeply as it touches on the universal struggle for self-acceptance and acceptance by others, showing how determination to follow one's own path can not only transform one's life, but also enrich the lives of others. The stories of Valentina, Alexander, Christopher, Cameron, and Olivia teach us a valuable lesson. Inner harmony is not merely a state of passive well-being. It is a powerful driver of self-confidence. By finding peace in our minds and hearts, We arm ourselves with an unshakable strength that radiates through every aspect of our lives. Each step we take towards inner harmony is a step towards deeper and more authentic self-confidence in ourselves and our ability to shape the life we desire. Dear listeners, if you are touched by these stories and wish to deepen your journey towards inner harmony and self-confidence, I encourage you to explore the book mentioned earlier. It is a valuable resource that can guide you on this transformative path. You will find practical advice and exercises to strengthen your self-confidence and self-esteem. By embracing these principles, we can learn to redefine our self-perception, to value our successes, to learn from our mistakes, and to embark on a path of personal improvement. These secrets could be concrete steps to help you open your own doors, to remove the barriers you have erected, and to walk confidently towards your aspirations. The book, available in English under the title The 7 Secrets to Boost Self-Confidence by Levy Holiday Greene, exists in both paperback and Kindle formats. You can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Costco, as well as several other online book-selling platforms. It is also possible to place an order directly with a sales advisor at your favorite physical bookstore. To get your book, simply click on the link in the description of this podcast, or visit the website linktree/Levy Holiday Greene. Don't wait to start transforming your life. The time is now. If you need further support, do not hesitate to compliment the practices in the book, The 7 Secrets to Boost Self-Confidence by Levy Holiday Greene, with a consultation with a professional such as a therapist, psychologist, or coach to accompany you in your process of personal transformation. To go further, explore the Levy Holiday Greene shop for the self-development ebook, Boosting Self-Esteem, a practical guide to building better self-esteem. You can find it at https://buymecoffee.com/Levy Holiday Greene/extras. You will find the link in the description of this episode. Feel free to like and share this podcast episode widely with your friends, and comment on this episode. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Levy Holiday Greene writes, remember, dear listeners, that cultivating inner harmony and self-confidence is a continuous journey, a process of growth and endless discovery. Keep exploring, experimenting, and rising. Thank you for joining us today on Continuous Elevation Beyond Self-Confidence. Until our next journey together, keep the peace within you and trust in your path.